All right, we're going to jump right into it because I just filmed this entire video and forgot to turn on the mic. This is what I wish I knew before opening a recording studio. So I'm making this video to help out people like me who want to open a recording studio, you want to make a career in music. And there were just so many things that I didn't think about before doing this. So I'm going to try to split everything up into categories so it's a little easier to digest. So the first thing is going to be your building. Where you run your recording studio is like the most important thing. First thing you have to think about is location. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina, so we're not in the city because rent would be way too expensive, but we're about 10 to 12 minutes from the city, which is perfect for people in Charlotte because, you know, there's a little less traffic and we're still very accessible. I would say location is probably the most important thing when investing in any sort of property. We make our money using this facility, so if people are not willing to make the drive to this facility, we don't make any money. So with the location that you pick, you need to also think about zoning and inspections, regulations, all of that stuff that I didn't even know existed when I put my first payment in on this place. A couple weeks ago, we had to turn our upstairs studio room basically inside out due to zoning issues. The building here was due for an inspection, and apparently the upstairs room is zoned for storage instead of office space. So technically we're only supposed to be keeping stuff up there to store, but we're making bangers up there. And little things like that, I would have never even thought to ask before moving in here. No, I would have just assumed that was already taken care of, but it wasn't. We had to take down all of our acoustic panels in the studio just to be able to pass a building inspection. So it's very important when building a studio to have some sort of certification for your acoustics and building permits. So that takes us into our next category, which is going to be soundproofing. We are in a location that's very similar to how townhomes are. So we have our business kind of in the middle, and we got people to the left of us, people to the right of us. So we are attached to our neighbors, which is fine for most businesses, but most businesses don't make bangers. So we run into a lot of noise complaints, and our neighbors they don't want us to have fun. But seriously, it's something that every studio owner has to think about when opening a studio is, are you going to have people constantly complaining about the noise? Luckily, the people next to us are 9 to 5s, so we only have to keep the music down during those hours, Monday through Friday. So weekends and any time after 5 p.m., we turn up. You know, panels are great to make your room sound great and give you better mixes and all of that stuff, but I mean, noise is still going to escape the room. Our next category is going to be staffing and building a team. When we first opened, me and my partner TK, didn't even think about having engineers or any sort of team. We had our own clients, we saw the space, and we were like, hell yeah. Little did we know, 6 months after opening, we would be ready to expand and get engineers with us and try to be hiring people. We had no idea we were going to be doing that. Staffing is hard. It's very hard. Right now, we have about 4 or 5 engineers on our team that I would consider like real engineers. They book consistently. They got their own clients. They always take care of the place. It's hard to find those people. I've had engineers that I had to let go. I've had engineers that booked 2 hours and stayed for 6. I've had engineers that have just totally tried using the studio for free. I love my team, don't get me wrong. I think we have an incredible group of people here, and I wouldn't want that to be changed at all. But it took a while to figure out who I really wanted around me consistently. Another thing that I didn't realize before opening was content creation, marketing, getting our name out there, and how difficult it would be. When we first started, I was having so much fun with creating content. We were doing skits, inside the studio videos, pictures, live performances. But after a while, I just felt like I was getting burnt out. And that's why I'm now making YouTube videos. But when you have a business, you got to keep it relevant. And when you are running these pages, you need to post content consistently so people don't forget about you. I wish instead of going so hard with the content in the beginning, I wish I would have just stuck to consistent content that I posted every now and again, once a week or even once every other week, posting high quality content instead of like posting 3-4 times a week and going crazy and then not posting anything for a while. Another thing you have to think about is finances, making sure that, you know, you're finding a place that is affordable, that you can profit from. You got to think about putting all the equipment in here. You got to think about furnishing the place, acoustically treating it. There's just so many costs that go into owning a recording studio other than the monthly rent that you're paying for the place that you're in. I know within the first couple months, we had an engineer that we were trying out in the studio, and the mic stand that we had at the time was pretty freaking bad, and the mic fell right off of it. So our Neumann literally crashed and burned on the ground, got a big dent in it, and it still has a dent in it today. But yeah, it's little things like that you would never think about happening until it happens. I'm not making this video to discourage you from opening a studio. I think if you truly love music and you love working with people, do it. I mean, opening a studio has changed my life. And I absolutely love being able to find new talent, meet new people, build a community here. It's been a beautiful thing. But I just want to make you guys aware of everything that comes with it. Some days are freaking fun and some days are freaking not. But then again, that's anything in life. So yeah, open a studio. And if you're in the process of doing so, reach out to me on Instagram or, you know, leave a comment on this video. I'm here to talk. I'm here to help you grow your studio business, unless it's in Charlotte, because then you're competition. No, but for real, studios are awesome. Building them is amazing. Recording in them is amazing. Hell, just sitting in them is amazing. I hope some of these things helped you understand what all it takes to open a recording studio. If you've already opened a recording studio and you know more things that I didn't cover, leave me some comments down below. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff I didn't talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.